Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Bill Mabry Online Coaching. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Before we get started here, let me get this pop-off out of here. Still haven't learned how to get these pop-ups. And also, let me get my clock started. I want to get this done in 10 minutes. Guys, again, I hope you guys are having a great Saturday so far. We have another client win. But this one is very special. And so I told you before in the past that every time I get these client wins where my type 2 diabetic clients have seen improvement with their blood glucose levels or actually reversing their type 2 diabetes, I'm going to come online here and I'm going to tell everybody out there about it because you guys need to know, your medical professionals, if they're treating you, if you do have type 2 diabetes, they're not going to donate this information. And those of you that follow me know that I'm always saying documentation will always overrule conversation. And so I have documentation showing what I am talking about as being true. But what makes this particular client win special? Well, this is a client that had type 2 diabetes and also cancer. And so I'm going to give you a little background on how we got started together. And I'm going to try to get, I need to get this done in 8 minutes. So let's get right to it. So first of all, she came to me, she came to me about 4 to 6 weeks ago, after seeing a video on my Facebook page on how we monitor our clients' fat burning who have type 2 diabetes or fatty liver disease, how we monitor it and how we keep ourselves accountable, because when you're monitoring your glucose levels and you're monitoring your ketone levels, that's your accountability. That is your documentation showing if you're actually in fat burning in order to reverse type 2 diabetes or a fatty liver disease. And also, we put them on a good high dietary fat, low carb meals. All the carbs are coming from organic veggies and salads, and we incorporate intermittent fasting with that also. And so when she came to us, she had concerns because her type 2 diabetes was out of control, and she also had cancer. Well, those of us that know about cancer, and those doctors out there know the same thing, is that the root cause to what's feeding cancer is going to be sugar. Everybody knows, anybody that knows anything about cancer knows that. When she came to us, in November, her glucose levels was 392. When she came to me 4 to 6 weeks ago, it was still elevated very high. And so I explained to her, I said, sugar feeds cancer. We need to reverse your body from being a sugar burner to being a fat burner, because now many doctors who are cancer doctors have realized that cancer cannot survive on fat. It survives on sugar, but it cannot survive on fat. So if you eliminate the sugar from your blood and from your body, then there's nothing for the cancer to feed on. And that's also how you're going to reverse your type 2 diabetes. So I explained that to her. So her A1C when she started was 11. And she had an appointment with her oncologist a month and a half after we've started. And they had already given her the video on how to do chemo and what to expect from chemo. Well, on February 9th, 22, we actually reversed her type 2 diabetes according to her blood panel that she took. So we dropped her blood glucose levels from the 300s all the way down to 89, consistently below 100. And we also was able to drop her A1C down to 6.4. Now, of course, we're not finished yet. It may take a little while, but we need to get her down to 5.2 or less. And so what we basically did was cut the head off the snake, and the snake is sugar. So now we've reversed her type 2 diabetes, so she's no longer a sugar burner or a carb burner. She is now a fat burner because of the glucose readings and ketones readings. It means she's in ketosis 24/7. Well, on 2/11 yesterday, she had a meeting with the oncologist to go over her cancer markers. When she started with us, they were extremely high. Both markers were extremely high. And so Jim, her husband, went ahead and recorded the conversation between the oncologist and them. And remember now, they already had chemo set up for her to get started after this meeting. Well, what happened was she already was educated that her markers needed to be down at 35. That's the baseline. That's where after 35 or less, obviously you don't have cancer. Well, when she sat down to have the meeting with the oncologist was going over the numbers, and she said, your first marker, you're down to 13.5, which is well below 35. Your second marker, you're down at 26, and that's well below 35. She says, I've been an oncologist. Being an oncologist for this many years, I've never seen this happen before. This is the oncologist telling them, and he's recording it, that she has never seen markers drop that significantly this quick in all her years. And she said, you don't need me anymore. You don't need me, and you don't need chemo. Now, how exciting is that for someone who is getting themselves ready to go on chemo, who was told that their cancer markers were sky high, for the oncologist, and this is obviously an honest one because she's not trying to convince them to take chemo even though she has no cancer anymore. See, a lot of times the oncologist will say, yeah, your markers are down and it shows you don't have cancer, but we should probably do chemo anyway. That ain't going to happen. As soon as they got out of the doctor's office, they called me yesterday, which was February 11th, and told me the good news. And they are ecstatic, obviously. And how did we do this? We changed the type of food she was eating. We incorporated intermittent fasting. We monitored the glucose levels and the ketone levels. And they're also been drinking a molecular hydrogen H2, which is in every glass of hydrogen-rich water for over a decade, I think. So all three of these protocols actually helps. So this is definitely an awesome client win, and it's very, very special. And so, guys, if you know somebody that has type 2 diabetes, forward this video to them. The first thing you have to do is get control of the diabetes and reverse it. And you can get the same results as she did if you follow the protocols step by step, and if you have the right tools and the education on the root cause why you got type 2 diabetes or why you got cancer in the first place. So you can go to mybiomedcoaching.com, hit the free consultation button, and we'll have a conversation on Zoom and go over your concerns and go over how to fix it. Okay, guys? So I made it just under 10 minutes. I'm signing off. You guys have a great day.